Question 8 was your circles question, and you know to find the centre and the radius, you're looking at completing the square. And we were given one nice one to do and one complicated one. So completing the square of the first one then. So I've got x plus 5 all squared minus 25, and then I've got y minus 6 all squared minus 36 equals 3, and tidying that all up, x plus 5 all squared, y minus 6 all squared, adding that all over to the other side makes 64. And so we've got a centre of minus 5, 6, and a radius of 8. So that's your standard one. That was for everybody. Next one. Completing the square for that shouldn't cause you any trouble. X minus 3 all squared minus the 9. But now this is worrying. But you remember why is there a minus 3 there? Because it's half of minus 6. So half of that is just q. So it's y minus q all squared, but of course we had to take away 9, so here we've got to take away q squared. And that equals 9. Yes, it looks a bit weird with all that algebra, but it's okay. So tidying that up gives us this. Adding these numbers to the other side makes 18 plus q squared. And so what I've got now is that my centre is minus 3 from here and just q. And my radius is the square root of 18 plus q squared. You can't tidy that up. There's nothing you can do with that. Just leave it as 18 plus q squared square rooted. Now, part B says that the distance between the two centres. So we've got our two centres here. We're going the distance between these two parts here. To find the distance between two things, we're using Pythagoras. From there to there, actually, I can spot that, can't I? That's just 2. So I've got 2 squared plus there to there. Well, there to there is q take away 6. That's squared. And the square root of that, the distance, is equal to root 80. Let's just get a little bit more room here, but we've now just got some algebra to play with. Let's get rid of the square roots from both sides. And I'm going to multiply out that bracket. Multiplying out that bracket gives me q squared minus 12q plus 36. And that equals 80. Making it into a quadratic, it's all on one side equals 0. And now I'll just tap that into the calculator to get the two answers, is that q is 2 or q is 10. Those of you not using the calculator would just factorize it to get q minus 10 and q minus 2, and that's where your two answers come from.